Hey guys, back in the corner of games at the moment, and I just want to talk to you about something I've picked up which has just been released. New, not new, we'll call it, and that's the new 2DS XL. So yes, just picked this up yesterday actually, so I thought I'd do a quick unboxing. My trusty 3DS, still working fine, love it to bits, and it's funny because on Time Hop I recently had a 5-year reminder that it's when I bought my 3DS, and it's probably my favourite handheld console ever. The library is amazing, obviously backwards compatible with the DS as well. It just came to me that, you know, I wanted something bigger, and I've never bought an XL DS before in any form. So I had a DS Lite, and then I've had a 3DS. It never really bothered me too much, but there's a couple of reasons why I really wanted to pick up the 2DS XL. One, because it's the new version of the 3DS, so it is compatible directly with Amiibo and the very small handful of games which, other than Xenoblade Chronicles, I don't think there's anything else that I can think of that is a new 3DS exclusive. But the 3D factor has never been a thing for me. So I'm going to keep talking while I open this, in a very slick box actually. So the 3D factor was never a thing for me, and so if I was ever going to get an upgrade, with the new 3DS XL being still quite pricey, it was never really something to warrant. Originally I was going to be trading this in, but after speaking with my wife, who really actually wants to kind of have this as her own, we decided we'll keep both of them for now because we can play some 2-player stuff for a while, and we're going on holiday soon. So we've got the instructions and some AR cards, which I remember getting with my 3DS originally, never really used them, so not really sure what I need to do with it. I think it's augmented reality stuff. Let's take this box off. One good thing here is it actually comes with a power supply, because I know there were certain models of the 3DS, I think the XL to be honest, when that first came out, I'm not sure about the new 3DS XL or the 2DS, didn't come with a charger, which made no sense. I remember working at H&V when the 3DS XL came out and having to sort of tack on the sales of a charger. Just ridiculous that it didn't even come with like a USB wire or something that, you know, we could plug into something else, because actually my partner, she accidentally snipped through my plug for this, so I've had to pick up a third-party USB wire. But it actually makes it easier for when travelling, because obviously I've got a phone and everything that works with a USB plug. It's quite simple. So then we get on to the actual device, and it is a thing of beauty. Size does matter, people, remember that. We've gone for the white and orange look, which actually matches certain retro stylings of our room. Oddly enough, our table and chairs are of this colour, so very cool looking device, very slick, feels good. It's one of them things when you get something new like this, you don't really want to touch the screen or anything. Here we are. I'll get some close-ups taken. But yes, it does feels okay, because one thing I really struggled with on games like Mario Kart 7, was one of my favourite Mario Karts, is after doing a Grand Prix or playing online for say 3 or 4 races, I get a proper claw going on. I think it's with racing games especially, or fighting games, you're just holding the device so tightly, because you know it's all about speeding. You think that's gonna, you know, you're going at max speed that way. It's just a thing you do. I did struggle with you know, holding it for that long without getting a bit of cramp in the hands, you know. So I'm hoping with a slightly larger size, although the buttons, looking at it, really probably are about the same size as they were anyway on the 3DS. It's hard really to say. if they're much bigger. I don't think they are, to be honest. I think they look about the same. But I think just having a slightly bigger system, you know, it's going to feel a little less crampy around it. But the actual thickness of the system, I wouldn't say is... I'd say it's slightly thinner than the original 3DS, and I'm guessing the 3DS XL. So I'm guessing that top screen with the 3D facility is something that makes it a little bit thicker. This is very compact for an XL model. Obviously you're getting all the benefits of the bigger screens, minus the 3D. I've never played on a 3DS XL, so to play with the second analog nub is a little strange for me because there's not really any much give in that. So whether or not I've got any games, I'm not sure in my collection that warrant the use of it. So I will wait and see with that one. But yeah, so basically you've got the same amount of buttons as your, you know, your standard new generation consoles, really, with the 2 LNRs, 4 face buttons, technically 2 analog sticks, I guess, and your D-pad as well. Buttons all feel good. The screen looks beautiful. I've just, obviously because of just opening this, I don't know if there's any power in the device. Often you'll buy a mobile phone and it will have power. Let's turn it on and see. Well, there is a light coming on at the bottom, so that's a good sign. We go straight into the main screen, which will take me directly to the setup, which I'm not going to do yet because what I need to do is I want to go all through that. I don't want to log into any account yet because I need to transfer all my data over from this one, because I was one of the lucky people who got the ambassador program thing where I got loads of NES and GBA games because it's an early model 3DS. But the screen quality, just looking at the menu, does look quite good, and it is nice to have it that size. As some of you may know, the sound's actually coming out the bottom as opposed to the side at all. I don't think that's really going to make much of a difference for me. Let's turn this back off a moment. The headphone jack at the bottom. The odd thing for me is that the actual place where you put the games in is caged away, which for me, okay, it's not too bad, and that just pops out. Feels a little bit flimsy, like I probably could damage it, but I don't think I will. Micro SD this time, 4 gig I believe comes with it. Card slot in there, seems massive actually, the card slot for the games. However, I don't think it's a problem. Would if I put them in the correct way. But then again, the cards are quite big compared to, say, Switch cards or, you know, memory cards nowadays. So yeah, game card pops in fine. A little bit fiddlier than the older approach of just popping it in the back and it being there. But something we'll get used to. So yeah, the main reason I got it, yeah, decent price for the 2DS XL. Obviously, you really would assume this would be the final rendition of the 3DS series. There's not really anywhere else they can take it. I'm just going to be looking forward, because I'm going on holiday soon, like I say, with my original 3DS and the newer one, to be able to play 2-player with my wife while we're away. It'll be, yeah, I'm just looking forward to it, and it's nice to pick up. And yes, may still trade my original 3DS in because they've kept their price quite well. Obviously, I think they are out of production now, the original model of 3DS. So, you know, I could get a fair bit of my money back. But in a way, as a collector, it might be worth keeping it. And, you know, when I have children, keep my old consoles, something for them to play down the line. You know, relics at the time. But guys, thank you for watching. I might do some comparison videos later down the line, but just wanted to show you sort of what you get inside the box. Quite straightforward, not too much with the packaging and everything. But the actual 2DS is beautiful, so I'll leave you with a couple of shots of the system side by side with the original, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments if the 2DS is for you. For me, it is, in the sense that 3D was literally something I'd pop on and be like, you know, didn't really do anything for me. So the £50 saving from getting a 3DS XL to this just seemed perfect sense at the time. Thank you guys for watching.